some things that you can eat that are GLP friendly on our diet to go. Excuse my dog, y'all. So, Healthy Choice has the Simply Steamers beef and broccoli tender beef strips with broccoli and brown rice and sesame soy sauce. And then it has 16 grams of protein, 270 calories, nothing artificial, made with 100 natural beef. And this is the package that it comes in. That's the front of the package, right, guys? So I decided to buy 2 of them. So on the back of the package, it says total fat, 5 grams, 6%, saturated fat, 1.5 grams at 8%, trans fat, 0 grams, polyunsaturated, 1 gram, monosaturated, fat, 2 grams, and then it has 35 milligrams in cholesterol at a 12%, and then sodium is at a 520 milligrams at 23%. So that's the highest. That's a lot of salt in this package. So like, I guess like if you were wondering, a lot of times, like if you was to eat like a lot of the TV dinners and stuff like that, you ever look on the back of the labels and it says like 1,020 milligrams of salt. That's a lot of salt in that to keep it flavored. So, yeah, so it has dietary fiber, 3 grams at 11%, total sugars, 6 grams, including 6 grams added sugar at a 12%. Now, that's for all my diabetics. That's not a high, but it also included 6 grams. So that's a total 6 grams of sugars added at a 12% right there. And then it has 16 grams of protein. And then it has vitamin D, calcium, iron, 1.6 milligrams, potassium, 450 milligrams, vitamin A, 0, and vitamin C at an 8%. So needless to say, guys, just because it says GLP friendly, you have to be careful on the salt intake of it. And like I said, you know, a lot of these places, Healthy Choice and all of these guys, you know, they say on track, GLP friendly, high in protein, 3 grams of fiber, and blah, 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 blah. You know, be careful on the sodium part. Now, I brought 2 to try it out to see how it tastes. And I have not brought these yet, so I'm going to see what they look like. And it does have brown rice in it, which is GLP friendly as far as rice is concerned. If you know, you know. We all know about the rice thing and the breads and stuff like that. I don't know how many people are in the room to know who would not eat rice, you know, who don't want to eat rice and bread, who's afraid to eat those breads and those starches and things like that. So, and those are all the ingredients in it. See, as you can see on the bottom, it says beef, water, and sugar, potassium chloride. Now I'm going to see, it says potato starch, sea salt, isolated soy protein, flavor, and olive oil. Now, I'm going to eat this tonight, and I'm going to see if my sugar will go up from this. But I also brought this one as well, because this one is another one, Healthy Choice, protein, gluten-free. And I think they're both gluten-free, honestly. Did I see if it said gluten-free? But this one has 20 grams of protein, and this one it's called spicy black bean and chicken breast and black beans, vegetables served with rice, cauliflower, and a spicy chili sauce with Gouda cheese, grain-free, gluten-free. The total calories on this one is 210 calories. And let's see if I can get a close-up on that. This one has 580 milligrams of sodium and 3 grams of sugar added at a 6%. And then serving size, 1 meal, 276 grams. Calories are 210. Now, if you go on the treadmill and you ever get on the treadmill at the gym and you're only burning about half of this, yeah. We all know we got to work a little extra hard on that treadmill just to burn them calories. So it says saturated fat, 2 grams, 10%. Trans fat, polyunsaturated fat, 1 gram. Monosaturated fat, cholesterol, 55 milligrams, 18%. Ooh. Sodium, I'm not too sure about this one, guys, but I don't think it said GLP friendly either. I don't think it said GLP friendly. I think this is just a healthy choice protein bowl. But it does have all the good things in it, like cauliflower and black beans, vegetable sherbet, white rice, cauliflower, and a spicy chili sauce. So, but that's what it's supposed to have inside of it. Leafy greens blend, chicken, black beans, cultured cheese, vegetables, which is black beans, red bell peppers, jalapeno, onions, spicy chili sauce, and then you have the cauliflower. And then you have, let's see, total carbohydrates, 19 grams, and total sugars of 5. So I don't know if I'll be eating this one, guys, but we're going to do our sugar tonight, and we're going to see what it does to our sugar. So I wanted to give you guys a little heads up. So when you guys see these things and it says UN track, high protein, 3 grams of fiber, GLP friendly, we all know it's a marketing scam, you know, as far as that's concerned, but it is GLP friendly as far as like the broccoli and the protein and then the rice. So this is what it looks like. So I opened it up to show you how much rice is in here. That's a lot of rice. So, but it's brown rice. And then I guess it comes with like a sauce up under it. But we will see tonight when I heat it up. And I will get back with you guys. So yeah, guys, this is just 2 things that I tried. I'm just going to try it out tonight. And because it's one of those nights where I don't feel like prepping and cooking. And sometimes I need something just easy and fast and quick and stuff like that. So I'm going to open this one up just to see what this one looks like. Oh yeah, and this is my first live, y'all. I finally got my my live up. So this will be my first live. And this is what the bowl looks like. It does look good though. So these are the 2 bowls side by side. But like I said, they are, one is GLP friendly and the other one is not. It's a regular healthy choice protein bowl, spicy bean. And these are my 2 choices that I picked today. You can get them at Walmart or any supermarket that you decide that you have. Um, I went to Walmart and got it. Walmart has a whole bunch of these, but I wanted to try these out tonight. I've never tried these before, so I'm gonna try them tonight. So I'll let you guys know on what it does. Hi, Kim. Yes, it is my first live. I finally got it up, girl. I finally figured it out. I couldn't figure out for the life of me why it was not um, happening, but yeah, if I figured it out. You know me, I'm shy. I get tongue twisted and uh, it's weird. But I wanted to get on here because you was talking about labels the other day, and it's funny that you were saying that because I'm always looking at labels, right? Because I've been on the GLP-1, and I'm doing good. I'm doing okay today. My sugars was kind of low, but I have a little star in my eye. But otherwise than that, that's why I haven't really been in the camera because my eyes are swollen. So um, I'm gonna try these out tonight for dinner, and I'm gonna see what it does. Well, one of them, not both of them, but just one of them. I don't know which one I'm gonna try, but I'm gonna try probably this one to see what it does. So yeah, this is my first live, man, and I appreciate you joining my live. I appreciate it, and you did great with my name. It's pronounced Seneida, so I appreciate that. I know I do too, girl. Sometimes I can't really like see in the camera, so my eyes, like the nerves in my eyes, they're really bad. So my eyes be going everywhere, and then sometimes I don't know what to say. But I said that to say because I'm doing this because you said something about the labels the other day, and I be up on those labels because of the salt intake, the carbohydrates. Because when you're diabetic, we all know what the diabetes do to us. So needless to say, I didn't really want to say too much, but we know if we drink too much or we, eat too much sodium or something like that, we pissing, we pee a lot. So, um, yeah, I stay going to the bathroom at nighttime due to the water intake and all this other stuff. So I have to be careful with the sodium intake. So yeah, I'm gonna try this tonight. I just wanted to get on here and tell you, you be on it with them labels, cause I be reading them labels, man, and it be having me like crazy with them labels as far as snacks and stuff like that. I be afraid to snack on stuff because of the sugar and the salt and so I be looking on the back of those labels and looking at that type of stuff. But yeah, so Um, I'm not too sure about this one. This one has a lot of concerns for me. Even though it has, oh yeah, let me show you the ingredients in it to make it taste good, I guess. Oh, I appreciate it. I I saw the notification came up and jumped on. I know that's right. I did you the same way, girl. I seen you on live and I did you the same way. We all got to stick together on this. Yeah, so these ingredients is weird because you see that one thing right there? You see it? It says brown sugar, sea salt, natural flavoring, cauliflower sauce, tapioca starch, apple cider vinegar, honey, ancho, chili pepper. Girl, now calories per gram, fat 9, carbohydrates uh 4, I think it says 4, and then protein is 4. So I gotta get up real close up on the box because I can't see nothing. So it has leafy greens, cauliflower. It has leaf kale, charred spinach. It added 5 sugars to it, so it should be fine. Yeah. Yeah, you see that sugar. Yeah, it's not that bad. If it was like maybe 17 grams, 19 grams or something like that, I wouldn't have fooled with it. So, yeah. But it's the cholesterol, it's the sodium that bugs me. It's the sodium. That sodium is ridiculous. It's 580 milligrams, girl. That's sodium. And then this one, let's see. This one is the GLP friendly one. It definitely says GLP friendly. See it? See it in the corner? And then that one has 16 grams of protein, 270 calories. And then, girl, used to see me trying to read this thing. I gotta squint just a couple of times just to get the numbers in sight. So this one has total sugar 6 grams, included 6 grams added sugar at a 12% value. Didn't it say a little bit more of the protein? Oh, it says 16. I'm sorry. And then brown rice, sesame soy sauce, sesame seed, cochin, ginger, seasoned, cooked beef strips, and a binder product. Yeah. So between these two boxes, I can add up about 1,000. Let's see, 580 and 520. About 1,160 milligrams in sodium between the two boxes. Yeah, it is. It's all about balance. It really is about balance. But we're gonna try them out tonight, Mom. And we're gonna see what it does. And we're gonna see how it affects my blood sugar. Maybe it'll do something. It won't do anything, and I'll know better next time. So yeah, I just wanted to get on here and show for anybody that was on the GLP-1, Mounjaro or tirzepatide or Wegovy, or I know a few people that's on Wegovy and tirzepatide and Mounjaro, so many of them. So these are just some of the options, just be careful with the sodium part of it. Sodium recommended is 23 in a day. Yeah. I always try to do less than that, but because I go to the bathroom a lot, so but yes, ma'am. I wanted to get on here and, show everybody. Uh, I have a big old star in my eye, and this one's a little puffy, so I didn't want to really get on it. Have you had a chance to speak with the dietitian? I do. I see. I go to a nutritionist and thyroid doctor, endocrinologist, and I did go to the eye doctor for my eye. About a month or so ago. This one is the one that's bad, and this one has nerve damage from the diabetes. But I have gone to the doctor. I have an appointment coming up with my regular doctor coming up to do like blood work and all that other stuff coming up. So yeah, I do see a nutritionist every month, and then I do the sleep apnea thing. So I do see. Matter of fact, I'm sorry. I seen the uh, sleep doctor yesterday. I seen him. I had an appointment yesterday, so I went there yesterday. But I don't go to my other appointment prior to next month or so. Yeah. But this is the eye that's messing with me, and then this is the one that's gone blind. Yes, ma'am. So I appreciate it. Who else is here? uh, I was so glad because I was like, yeah, I could finally do my live, and I was like, okay, because I know I could, I can't do the recordings at the gym the way I want to because they don't allow no recording there. So um, I'll be trying to get those recordings in as, fast as possible. So if anybody wonder why I have really bad videos on those, it's because I be trying to hurry up and get them in. So yes, ma'am. I am taking care of me. I'm trying to do the best that I can. Yes, ma'am. I pray that everybody's doing the same and everybody's just doing what they need to do and taking care of their health and putting themselves first and, you know, praying and fasting and drinking lots of water and taking care of themselves. And um, I hope everybody's journey is going good, and anybody that wants to talk about some things, they can talk about things. And um, I just be trying to think of things to say. I don't want to make it seem like I know it or anything like that, but I don't want nobody to think, oh, well, she's on the Manjaro. I don't want nobody thinking that, and you got to do what I do, and because by no means this is all about me and my journey, and I'm just, sharing tips that I've learned along the way with everybody. I've learned, I've educated myself on my diabetes. I've educated myself on the Manjaro. Um, and just really just trying to give out little tips here and there to try to help out where it can, what worked for me. And I don't want nobody to take the same journey as I did, so I'm not competing with anybody or anything like that, but I just want, you know, to tell my side of the story, what works for me. And, I watch other people and, little tricks here and there, but everybody's journey is different. So there's no competition here. So, so I need to know how to work this, honestly. So I'm still learning on everything. You're not paying my hair no mind. I've been outside in the garden. I'm about to go back outside and plant my potatoes and all kinds of stuff. I just hopped on here real quick to um, give some pointers and tips because, I was hoping maybe somebody had already tried it or something, because I'd be afraid to eat nowadays, but I eat when I can. I stay thirsty. I stay thirsty. Yes, Miss Kim. Everyone's journey is different. And yes, I just want to be able to learn some things along the way. Maybe it's some things that I don't know, and maybe somebody can school me on some things. There's some things that I'm still learning. I watch a lot of videos nowadays, especially. So let me say this first. So how I came about doing my own YouTube channel is when I got sick. So I got sick of August of last year, and I'm gonna go outside and talk about this because my husband doesn't like to talk about it. But so for anybody that's new on this channel, anybody that doesn't know my story, so I don't really talk about it no more because it's something that I'm trying to get over with. But uh, last year I got really sick, and I didn't know why I got sick. I was getting sick. I knew I was overweight, but um, I want to say after I got married, I want to call it the happy weight because I did get married in May. And I say within those 3 months, that's when I started noticing my period wasn't coming as it should have been coming. And I thought I was pregnant at first, and I wasn't pregnant. I went to the doctor, and they was taking blood work, and they was doing all kinds of stuff. And when my blood test came back, um, I had found out that I was diabetic too. But in the process of me finding that out, after I found out, I got really sick with the diabetes. Um, but I didn't get my results back by then. So when I got my results back, my results were through the roof. Um, so I stayed in the hospital for a little bit. And then when I finally got better, to make it short as possible, I know it sounds like doom and gloom, but um, this is my story and this is my testimony on what God did for me. Because honestly, if my husband would have never found me, I'd have been dead. I shouldn't be here. So my husband found me. Um, I passed out and called 911, and I ended up at the hospital, and my sugar was through the roof. So if you see me praising God and stuff like that, and it's because without God, I wouldn't be here. And that's just my story. Because we're all we're all going through our own personal journeys. And shall I say, more or less, um, that's why I decided to do my YouTube channel. You know, I wanted to be aware because, when my doctor had told me, we're going to have to put you on metformin, and, I take about 5 or 6 different pills every day. And uh, I take the metformin every morning, and then I take other medication for cholesterol. I take for thyroid medication. I don't know if y'all can see my little goiter that's right there. It's like a little small one. And these bees is out here, y'all. They out here pollinating. So, uh, through the goodness of God, I'm still here. But it woke me up to realize that I wasn't loving myself enough to say, hey, Seneida, take care of yourself. I'm pouring into everybody else, like my family and everybody else, and taking care of this person and that person, and I'm doing all these things for other people, and I wasn't loving myself. And so I started eating unhealthy within those few months of me moving, trans, uh, transferring into my new home that I'm into now, from where I was at, and moving away from my family, and me learning how to cut my family off because they were the ones that had me feeling the way I was feeling. So um, I wasn't loving myself. And so I was pouring into everybody, and my cup was half full. I was feeding myself. You see, I was eating, but on the inside, I wasn't feeling my best. So, with that being said, even though it's over with and it's set with, I still have to live with the after effects now. And that's just basically the diabetes and the Manjaro. Now, we all know that you can lose all the weight that you want to lose, but we don't want to be on it forever, right? Because we all know that um, some people don't have medical insurance, or they do have insurance and the insurance is paying for it, or whichever the case may be. Me personally, I have medical insurance, and my medical insurance pays for my Manjaro. And Manjaro is not cheap at all, by no chance. So, with that being said, um, to each his own, but I know for the one thing that I will say is that um, I know I don't want to be on Manjaro forever, but I am at a sustainable weight. So I believe that I'm going to be in maintenance phase at this point, because I don't think I'm going to try trade up to 10, or what is it? What comes after 7.5? I don't even know. See? So whatever comes after 7.5, I'm not going to probably try trade up. And if I do try trade up, it's because I probably gained weight. I'm trying to maintain where I'm at right now. I feel like uh, I'm at 198 as of today when I weighed myself. Um, uh, so I actually kind of lost more than I was supposed to lose. I really wanted to get to like maybe 200, but I'm happy where I'm at as far as that's concerned, considering that I was at 267 and I could barely walk and breathe, and I was doing a lot worse than what I was. But so yeah, I don't think I'll be training up to the next level, guys. But I know for a fact that I don't think there's a way for us to get off of it without us gaining the weight back, is what I heard. Um, there are some people that I watch. I've seen people say they've gotten off of the GLP-1 and it doesn't affect them, as far as that's concerned. But I do know of some people that do take it and have gained the weight back, and well, have stopped taking it and gained the weight back, and everything went back to normal. And if in fact they probably feel like they've gained more weight on it, off of it. So um I don't think I'll be trying. Yeah, it's the 10 milligrams. I'm sorry. Yes, Miss Kim. We had to learn to, yes, we do have to take care of ourselves, because we take care of so many people, and them same people that don't realize that, without us, sorry, them bees is in my way. Um, we got to be able to take care of ourselves, because without us, we can't take care of them, right? If we're no good to nobody. We want to make sure everybody's okay, and we're not pouring into ourselves. Whether if you're a mom, you got kids, and some moms is out here that got multiple kids, and they got a husband, and they got a job, and they got to work around the house, and it's hard trying to fit all that in. Me personally, it's just me and my husband, but my kids are grown, and you know college, and they got their own families, and they live in different states, and my daughter, she's out here. So um, she got her family, and everybody has their family. you know so at the end of the day, we all just have to learn how to work it all out with the grace of God, and just do the best that we can do. Yes, we are I'm learning. As long as I'm living, I'll be learning and sharing. Yes, ma'am. That's all we can do. And encourage each other, because a lot was going on in the world today. A lot of people is losing their way and losing their faith, and um, we don't have that same mentality anymore. And it's important that we stay, as one with everything. But I say that to say, because, um, my story is my story. It's not the ending of my story. Um, hopefully one day, when I go back to the eye doctor, they'll say. So I wanted to say this too. I talked about my eye exam. If I could have did the video at the eye exam, I could have did the eye exam. But I literally wanted to cry, because it was so bad at the eye exam. Because she kept trying to flip the little things on my eyes, and then they put those teardrops in my eyes, and um, I couldn't see. I literally could not see. It was so bad, and I know that that's what the medicine do, but I was already not being able to see. And when she put those drops in my eyes, it was like I really could not see nothing. Everything was a blur. And like I said, I went a very long time without my sugars unchecked. I went a very long time without them checked. I wasn't taking any medication for it. And I was out here eating whatever the heck I wanted to eat, and didn't care what I ate. And most of it is like basically sandwiches and pastas, because I'm Italian. And I eat a lot of, I used to, not anymore, but um, I told myself when I got on this Majora journey that I was going to do right by it. And I asked God, I said, if He could just lead me through it, you know, and that's what He's been doing ever since. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'm just here to show you, some things that I've learned along the way. And I want it to be better than what I was yesterday. And that was pretty much it, Ma. So I didn't want to stay on here so long, but I'm going to get on and get some stuff done around my house, because we had some grub problems around our house. So, and our grass is like dying. So I told my husband I was supposed to go out there and help him out with the grass and try to get some of the stuff up. And since today is such of a pretty day, I can put my little blind glasses on, and I can try to maneuver through the sun. But I appreciate you coming into the room, and anybody else that came into the room and joined and came and left. And yes, God is so good. He really is. I praise Him everywhere I could possibly praise Him, every day. And I will say, uh, within this last year of my journey, I've learned a lot, and God has showed me a lot. He gave me a reason to live. And because, when you get so far out and you don't even think that what you're eating ain't, you don't even have a conscience of what you're eating most of the time, because your brain is somewhere else. and you're thinking you're just eating and it's just something normal that you're supposed to do. But I wasn't eating healthy at all. And, I thank God that, he spared my life because it could have been a whole lot worse. I wouldn't even know what, I think about those type of things and where my kids would think about me and, oh, bees. So, yes, ma'am. I appreciate everybody that came into the room. And I'm going to get off of here. But we will talk again. And maybe one day I'll do another live and there'll be a little bit more people in here. And I appreciate you coming to my live, Miss Kim. Miss Kim J, Sweet Healthy Life. We on the GLP-1. We got this. And we out. Bye, Ladybug.